Hello lovelies, it's Sharni Haines here. I'm going to show you how I made this shutter card. The designer series paper will be different this time, but the principle and measurements are all the same. So I hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax. Okay, so what you start off with is a 12 by 6 piece that you score 3 inches each side, and then the next piece is a 9 inch by 4 inch and you score ½ inch each side. The next piece is 3 3/4 square, 6 by 4, and 2 pieces of 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. So 2 pieces of that. Okay. 5 3/4 square, 7 7/8 and 3 7/8. So I'm using Melon Mambo in this one. 2 pieces of 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So 2. The last piece you'll need is 2 inches by 11 3/4, and that's for the belly band. I scored the belly band at 2 3/8 and then 1/8 of an inch next to it at 2 1/4, and the other side, or further down, 8 4/8 and one next to it 8 5/8. And this allowed a little bit more of a 3D band that sat around the card a lot easier without crushing the card. Next, use your DSP that you've chosen, piece 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, and 2 pieces of 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. With your 9 by 4 inch, glue on top your 7 7/8 by 3 7/8 piece. This is the piece that actually forms the shutter effect inside your card. So I put glue all over it because there will be open edges once we've finished. Next step is with your framed squares collection. I've worked it out to be the 5th biggest square, roughly 3 1/4. It has to cut all the way to the edges. And put your piece on here. I'm going to washi tape him down to make sure he stays there. Be back in a minute. Perfectly. This is a scrap. You can do whatever you like with it. I don't do anything with him. We have now this fantastic shutter. Thing we need to do is get the 6 by 4 piece and the inset piece, the 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that'll sit nicely in there. I'm ready to make this beautiful card and give her a lovely, lovely gift with it. So I hope you're not watching, it's a surprise. Okay, now circle time. So I'm using the layering circles, framelits, and this is the biggest, the largest circle. So, and I will then find the center, keep this one. Now on the back of this, one. Now I found, because of the pressure, there's quite a lot of pressure in here, so I stick extra, oh look at that, I put extra sort of strength on it. So I use the double-sided tape and the glue. Secure here. So notice I've left the bottom open. Okay, rightio. Now give these a little bit of a bend. And now you can either go one on top of the other, or you can link them through, which looks more like a shutter effect. Slip them under there. Find the center of your card. You find your happy place in there. So it's equal there and there. It's pretty good there. So next trick is there needs to be some glue. You can use double-sided tape, but I found a bit of wiggle time a little easier with the glue, liquid glue. So as long as it sits in that hinge, close. I'll just hold him down for a little minute. To decorate, 3 by 3 3¾ square, something I prepared earlier. The stamp I used was from Love What You Do set, and it's this nice watermark finish, which I thought was really quite lovely. This card I had Happy Birthday, which was from Perennial Birthday, and Lovely Friend, which I got from Stitched All Round. Lovely Friend, which is really nice. This one, like I said, is a congratulations type card. So, Darling You're Fabulous came from Stitched All Round. The stamps that I used on this card was Love What You Do down the bottom, and Here's to Celebrating You. They're from all the new stamp sets. Okay, I've already inked this one, so I'll show you quickly for those who've never inked before. Alright, next we have these 2 pieces left, 5.5 by 2.5. And this is where the fun begins. Oh, well, they went to go under there. It's okay, I can trim them. Anyway, what they were supposed to look like was this. I just cut a bit of scrap paper, as a guide, because I'm not using a magnet. It's not necessary. I found I got the best result having this in the middle. As you can see from past stamping, it only just fits, which is just all I need. just going to do a little scrap piece because I need a piece for the front, which I haven't measured. I just cut that to my... I'm back. Now I purposely chose these colours for my lovely downline because she is a pink girl, just like me. Okay, so I've cut them so they sit in, and it really doesn't make much difference, does it? Look at that. We now have pretty much our inside of our card. I added a little bit of decoration down the bottom. It was this lovely little, I think it's almost a poppy. So, and I've just coloured it in with the blend pen. So that's a little bit of interest. Okay, that's from the new Springtime Impressions. I cut 2 butterflies out of the Springtime Impressions in the very vanilla, and I cut one in half and placed them on either side of the shutter flaps. To decorate the belly band, I collected all my pieces together and I pierced a hole through the butterfly, the 2 pieces of ribbon and the 2x2 square inch stamped image, and held them all together with a brad. And voila, we have a shutter card. Last step, peel off that double-sided tape, pop some glue on it and stick it down. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful, and I did have to edit a lot out of this, so I apologise if things seem a little disjointed in some places. Took longer than planned. Love to see what you make. Please send it in and I'll put it on my blog and we'll all share it together. And don't forget, I have instructions on my website. Thank you. Bye.